Oh, I'm tired. Why am I so tired? Did you find it? The link.
Hmm?
Did you find the link? Because this is the greatest show on YouTube when it comes to blockchain, NFTs, gaming, AI, financial literacy, investing, and generally how to make money on the internet.
What do you need to do?
Um, so if you post that link into all of the major blockchain sensei groups, unless Ninja's doing it right now. So I think we're live on YouTube nonetheless. Somehow we need to check that on the TV. You do that if Ninja's posting that link everywhere. Um, and I will bring up the disclaimer. Disclaimer.
And then just posted it. Let's have a look on YouTube.
Oh, I'm pretty yawning. What's wrong with me? It's been a long day. Okay, so nonetheless, disclaimer. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. All content.
Oh,
Is
you
it
ready?
is it live on
Is
YouTube?
it gonna?
Oh, that was me 2 minutes ago. I was doing that. Are you yawning? Yeah, it's live.
I think we're live.
Okay, so all content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only. It should not be considered an investment advice or recommendation. Buy, sell, hold any assets or place any trades. Please do your own what research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It is very important that you do your own analysis before making any investment based and should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. I'm not a professional advisor. Dom's not a professional advisor. Anyone watching on YouTube, Instagram, if you're a professional advisor, please let it be known. Or independent research and verify all any information may find on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what?
Risk
And please do your own what?
research.
We are not financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited financial advisors. So if you're unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor.
Especially with the risky business of NFTs.
Especially with the risky business of NFTs. So, where do I even start? I've got to not get distracted and just do the report that I'm meant to do. So, I was gonna show you my current latest NFTs that are in my wallet, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll save that for another time.
Tune in.
You may see
Tune
on
in
my
next week.
yeah, tune in next week. We'll do something similar. You may see
Well,
on my
next week is Christmas.
oh yeah, it is.
22nd next week. That's
Well, you may have seen my Twitter handle has now changed to a mob because I'm now part of the mob gang. Uh, yeah, might as well dox myself now. I am mob deep. That is me, the mob crew. But anyway, let's get into this report. I'm just gonna whiz through this. Very interesting report from
say
none other
blockchain
than
gaming allowance.
yep, alliance.
Sorry, allowance.
That's what you need. Well done to
Yeah.
Dom, who's just completed Tropico again for the fourth time. So yeah, that's why.
Fourth.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yes.
Yeah, you just completed it again, right? You downloaded all the expansion packs, you complete all the expansion packs, right?
Yes.
So now Dom is now looking for a new game to play. So let's see what go on. Man like Saint Jerome, what's good, killer? Well, I shouldn't say killer, I should say king, because that's what you want.
Huh?
I don't know why killer came out. It just came out.
Yeah, man. Good, good, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
man. We're
hello.
blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed, we're blessed. Yeah, man, loving your latest episode. If anyone hasn't seen it, go and check out St. Jerome's latest episode for Blockchain Sensei on the dark web and blockchain. It's available now on YouTube to go and stream. But let's get back into the juicy juice. The survey suggested that 79.7% of people believe that they will continue working in the industry over the next year. 44.3% received crypto or stablecoins as
This
pay
is
in
just
2023.
statistics from about the gaming in blockchain
Blockchain
gaming industry.
Yeah.
Okay, from the blockchain gaming
Context. You giving the context, yeah?
Well, yeah, because you just opened the report. You've not said anything.
I've said what the report was about.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back again, just in case anyone on YouTube didn't get the front cover or the title. The Blockchain Game Alliance 2023 State of the Industry Report.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
so industry drivers. 76.2% of surveyed people said that they reckon that recognize asset ownership as the top benefit of blockchain gaming. 37.8% foresee Web2 game studios driving the industry forward. 52.1% expect at least 20% of the gaming industry. Oh, are you yawning? What the hell's going on with me today? I expect at least 20% of the gaming industry to adopt blockchain within 12 months. Challenges. 55.1% see onboarding as the primary issue for the industry. Yep, agree. 70% battle the misconception of blockchain gaming as a scam, and 35.4% indicate user acquisition as a pressing challenge. So this is the blurb from the president of the BGA, which is also the founder and COO of the Sandbox. They've had a bit of a shift in their board members. We've had the lovely pleasure of working with Yasmina at the University of Surrey. Looking forward to working with BGA more throughout the course of 2024. Congratulations to Mel and also to Maud, who've also just started working. Well, I think their roles have changed at BGA, but they're working quite deeply with them. So let's get into, we're not going to get into like the breakdown of where the surveys come, but what I did find interesting is already on this page, this is the notable companies that were surveyed and responded. There is a few blockchains that I thought would be on there that aren't. Solana's not there. Immutable X isn't there, which I find quite interesting. But nonetheless, so let's keep going. So main benefit of blockchain gaming, asset ownership for players, and new revenue models and player reward models. I thought of something today, which is big IP. I'm going to give it away. That I think may be one of the best use cases for blockchain technology and interoperability. It wouldn't actually be for the games itself. It's just that your save files would be saved to your wallet. I think that just makes sense. If anyone knows anything about gaming, one of the big things that we all regret is not knowing where our PS1 memory card is or our PS2 or PS3 memory card, and being able to have your wallet and load up a part of the game or where you've saved the game from or some information about that saved game file in a wallet and actually owning your file and being able to have it with you wherever and transferable to different game platforms in the future. I think that would be pretty cool. If anyone wants to build out that idea, I'll take 1%. Thank you very much. So changing attitudes to the top benefits of blockchain gaming. Originally 2021, it was all about asset ownership, new revenue models, and player reward models. We can see this year, number one is still asset ownership, new revenue models, and player reward models. Proportion of the gaming industry likely to leverage blockchain within the next year. Most people think it is 20% of the industry that will use blockchain in the future. And that this is the key bit that I thought. Web2 gamers will find value in digital ownership of their in-game assets by coincidence, not because someone told them they should play a game with blockchain elements. They will find out that their items have value. Repeat the keyword there. They will find out that their items have value and are actually owned by them and can be transferred, and slowly let go of most of the misconceptions. I definitely agree. If people just make the games and just let people know, like if you just put it in there, the NFTs and collectibles are there. Don't tell people that they're NFTs. Just say they're save files or collectibles or whatever, and then someone one day is going to say to them, "Oh, you do know that you can sell them." People be like, "What? I could sell that." And I think that will create a little bit of buzz and excitement, and it'll be much more organic. So one of the biggest things in this report that they were addressing is the gender imbalance in the space. So what they've done is balanced out their board and made it 3 females on the board and 3 males on the board. I do think that might be because gaming in general is a very male-dominated space.
Yep.
Just because a lot of the games are male-focused. If you look at GTA, if you look at Call of Duty, yes, they do have female players now. They do involve female characters, but nonetheless, most of them are about shooting and killing and fighting.
Which
And
girls actually don't mind.
girls don't mind, but the stereotypes and archetypes from society don't necessarily groom women for that, whereas society does actually groom men to be violent. So it does kind of make sense that there's more men in the space. So, three biggest challenges facing the industry: onboarding challenges, poor gameplay, and concepts not fully understood. Definitely poor gameplay. We've had pitches from people saying that they want to be involved in the Game Ball Rally, or people saying that they want to talk at our events, or they're looking for investment. And then we asked them to show us a demo, or we asked to play a demo, and it's just they haven't even got one. And we're just like, oh my God. Or when they have got one, it doesn't work, or it's just janky. And like, yes, I get that you're competing with big industry giants, but so are a lot of the indie studios, and so are a lot of independent game creators from universities and game jams. And they still manage to create something fairly decent. So I think it's a big, big, big issue. What they've cited as the biggest issues for the main challenges in the space: user acquisition, lack of funding, FUD in the space, negative media, marketing and brand awareness, user retention, crypto volatility, community building, talent acquisition. So this is the bit that I found very, very interesting. The main misconceptions. So what are the main misconceptions about blockchain gaming? Is that it's a scam and it's a Ponzi scheme. Now, anyone building a game, I reckon, you know what? I'm going to tell a story. I had a project come to me this week about helping them raise funds. Won't say the name of them. And I asked the gentleman, they're making something for gamers, for Fortnite, for Call of Duty, so on and so forth, where it'll have some kind of NFT crypto overlay. And I asked, do you still play games? And he said, no. I was like, when was the last time you played games? Like 8 years ago. I was like, well, what do you know about the gaming community? I know that there's lots of them. Okay. So this is a trending theme that I see, is a lot of people getting into building things with blockchain and games because there's a lot of people there and there's a lot of money there, but they don't actually play games themselves. They don't understand games themselves. And I said, look, can you name me the best point in a game where there's downtime? And I'm sure this person won't mind. But they kind of struggled to name when that was. And in a shooting game, it's fairly obvious. The time when there's downtime is when you die. There's a big, massive gap there to do something with blockchain. But again, this just kind of shows there's a lot of people that are they're very talented, great people. But I just think if you're gonna build a project for gamers, then you need to at least go and spend 5 years gaming, or at least 2 years of just solid hardcore gaming, going to the events, finding out what the pain points are, and not just making something and expecting people to use it. That's like me going, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make some tools for chefs. I don't know anything about chefs. I don't know anything about chefing. So that would be rude of me to do. And I think people are doing the same thing with gaming. So you wouldn't do it for bar staff. You wouldn't do it for nurses. You wouldn't do it for doctors. You wouldn't do it for any other industry, but people are willing to do it for gaming. So quite interesting. Negative impacts in 2023 were cited as the crypto winter, macroeconomic effects, and traditional game platforms banning NFTs. We did see that. We did see a lot of platforms like Grand Theft Auto and Minecraft, which took a massive hit for them. So I think Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto, I think it's fairly obvious that they're making their own blockchain element or ability for you to sell the things that you create in their games, because people are creating things in their games and selling them anyway. So they probably want to benefit from that. In that case, I see what most gamers are saying, that it's just a way for gaming companies to make money off them. This is one of the big things that I hear. But I think this is the highlighted part for me that was quite worrying. So since 2021, respondents cited the biggest misconception surrounding all of blockchain gaming is that people assume it's a scam or Ponzi scheme. In 2023, 70% agreed that it was still the top fallacy about the industry. In 2022, it was 69.5, and in 2021, it was 59.0. So somehow, since 2021 to now, gamers haven't become more educated on what blockchain is. They are more inclined to think that anything to do with blockchain is a Ponzi scheme. So, and I agree.
It's gonna ruin the games.
Yeah, and then it's going to ruin their games. And when I talk to gamers, this is exactly what they say. So yeah, like games don't need tokens. They just don't. So yeah, and the more people try to be predatory of the space, it's just going to make it harder and harder and harder and harder. And what's going to end up happening is it's just going to be one of the big companies that actually do make something and actually will dominate the space in the blockchain space.
But a
So
lot of blockchain, like I think you said this already, that a lot of blockchain games are just not enjoyable.
yep, they're just not games.
They're just made to make money or to have like they're made as a tester to see if blockchain will work within a game or NFT based rewards, and that the games are not made for the
To be a game.
like to be an exciting game to play and for the story and whatever.
Yeah. It's
And
very
you
rare.
can tell because they're all the same.
Yeah. It's very rare that a blockchain game is a game first and then
Yeah.
coincidentally has some blockchain elements.
Yeah.
It's mainly
It's not
the
organic.
other way. Yeah. It's always
it's not organic.
I
It's
want to
like,
make money.
yeah. It feels like it's manufactured for financial benefit.
Yeah, not for making a good game and telling a good story.
Yeah.
Which is what people forget that the core I was lucky enough to be a judge at Gamer London. Let me shout them out actually because they did bless me. They did bless me incredibly. So I was lucky enough to be a judge at Gamer London. Games London. So shout out to Games London. Big love to them. Can't wait to be back next year. And I was part of the Game Changer. And as an investor, an angel investor, to talk to some of the projects that were there. All incredibly talented games. Definitely recommend you go and just go on this website and just check out all the people on this website and all the projects that they've got. We found some incredible stuff there. Some of them blockchain related, some of them not blockchain related, but all in all, just great games, great concepts. So yeah, go and check out the cohort for 2023 and what they're doing. Please go and do that. Go show them some love. And you might discover some very interesting stuff, to be honest with you. Including this guy. Say no more. Okay, I'll show you a little bit more. If you put the 2 and 2 together when I show you this website, you are gonna go, what? So it's a board game, a metaverse app, and a battle royale arena on iOS and Android. It got a partnership with Polygon. It's part of the NVIDIA Inception group. It's been awarded. Where's the thing from Meta? I'm sure he got something from Meta. Yeah, got something from Meta. And then where is it? There is a company called Vivi that this game is partnered up with. This company was the first company to give utility to Ecomi, which is the token for Vivi. So you could use the tokens to mint an NFT of a character. Oh yeah, there you go, supported by Meta. Of a character, the character was the CEO and founder of Vivi. So some potential stuff could happen there with Vivi in this game. So keep an eye on this project, I would say. I think it might even have a token out now. So that's probably the biggest alpha I'm going to give you all day, to be fair. That's the bigger alpha than most of this report. But anyway. So where was we? So yeah, Web 2 Studios transitioning into Web 3. It's quite interesting that they've got Kazuya there when oh yeah, because Bandai Namco. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what we saw is some big players make their step into the gaming space. So we saw Ubisoft actually release some Assassin's Creed and Rayman Raven Rabbids IP into the sandbox. So it would only be right if we go and look for the price of these NFTs right now on OpenSea. Assassin's Creed OpenSea. No, not the game. Okay. Open Assassin's Creed NFT. No, sandbox. NFT. There we go. Oh, and again, when you go to the actual gaming communities websites, everyone else is gas, but the gaming community websites are always criticizing it so heavily. So you can see them getting absolutely trolled. Yeah, so they didn't really do that great with this in terms of the way that they executed it. Bit of a shame. Anyway, so the other one was Square Enix. And this was surprisingly an NFT collection for Final Fantasy VII, which you think would do amazing. But again, people are not listening to the community, or it doesn't look like they're even talking to the community, because how you would make a mistake like this, I have no idea. Where is the Reddit thing I was reading? Here we go. They complain about NFTs being overvalued, but the second the avatars are worth a ridiculous amount, they will change their tune because that person involves them. 11 more replies. To be fair, I always thought NFTs were cool. A lot of people in the Reddit avatar actually hate the NFT space too. Let's be honest, most of them pointless money grabs. At least Reddit avatars have some utility and can be a match to something unique. This is subhalted NFTs before they got one from free from Reddit. Not all of them. Us, haha, people. I never saw the value in random person releasing AI generated JPEG series. Unless things have changed, I thought the sentiment in this sub was pro NFT. Reddit avatars flipped opinions. Personally, I think the NFTs look cool. So this thread is kind of showing that people are a little bit more pro NFTs. Where's the oh, here we go. This is the best one. This is my first official Square Enix Final Fantasy VII NFT. It is useless. So I want an NFT from Square Enix and can't figure out how to open the packets in. Terrible user experience. Come on, guys, do better. I did that. It seems the same kind of useless NFT. It's not hard. It just requires 2 devices to scan the QR code, though. Stupid UI/UX design. Don't know why they've done that. Congratulations. You learned firsthand that NFTs are a scam. Cut your losses and move on. I know nothing about NFTs, but now I know a little. I just have to wonder what the fuck Square Enix is doing. It was a local Japanese store, and they had Final Fantasy trading card booster packs for sale. I saw that there were these ones came out with a code for a Final Fantasy NFT. I thought, what the heck? It's $5. Let me see what this is all about. Now, imagine the burn that someone's only spent $5 and they're still pissed off. So, unless I'm missing something, it's completely useless NFT. The process was easy enough. I created an engine wallet, went to the website for the cards, and redeemed the code. This is where the weirdness began. Instead of it being a random card like you'd find in your normal booster packs, I received a token that I could use on the Square Enix NFT website to select which card I wanted. Why the hell did they do that? Stupid. On the website, I had digital versions of all the trading cards, as well as their holographic forms and shiny gifts. It even said that there's 3 secret rares, which I had pictured in the thread. I selected this NFT. Surprisingly, it took about an hour before the NFT was registered to my wallet. Terrible user experience. Don't do it if it's not finished. Who are they testing this stuff with? Like, this is why there's companies like ours, companies like BGA, that if you are releasing this stuff, go to them and test it before you release it to the public. Crazy. But anyway, let's carry on.
Hey, that's nuts. That's nuts. See that part where it says I tried to sell my FF7 card and it's set as transferable frozen. So that's why I'd say everybody in this space should at least learn a bit of Solidity or smart contract coding, because if you knew that, you could have read the contract before even going on there, and then you'd see that it's set as frozen and you can't transfer these.
I would say no. I would say that's not like the mass. Like, this is designed for the masses, and it's designed for fans and collectors and people that love Final Fantasy. They shouldn't have to read. People have to read Solidity to
Yeah,
find out if what they're
yeah,
getting is worth having or their time. So it's
that
not
is a good
that they
point.
spent
Yeah,
£5 on
yeah,
the thing. There's something more far worse that you can do than waste someone's money.
that is
It's
true.
waste their time,
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
and they've wasted their community's time. And once you put a bad taste in someone's mouth like that, it's hard to get them back. You're better off wasting their money than wasting their time. Because their money, you can give them something back of value. Their time, once their time's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
And this is what a lot of projects are doing, is they're rushing to get a product out and to be part of the hype. And it's gonna be worse this year, 100%, and in 2024. And they're just not product tested. Like, when they release a game, do they product test it? Yes. When they're releasing an NFT, did they product test it? Clearly not. They might have product tested it with their NFT consultants that they had. And guess what their NFT consultants would have been? Developers that don't play games and that aren't part of the community.
True, collecting that big wage.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
And this is what's happening with a lot of these brands, is they're getting a developer that's a consultant, or a consultant that's got nothing to do with the space, or doesn't understand it, or doesn't deeply care about the space. And then this is where you get these problems. So yeah, this is the kind of feedback that people are getting, and companies aren't learning from other companies' mistakes. They're not coming into this Reddit and checking what the community is saying, going, okay, this is the bad feedback. How can we make sure that we don't do that with our project? They're just copying what they've done. So first things first, that I would say, if you're making a trading card collection for a game or for a big valuable IP, guess what it needs to do? Be tradable. Because that's the whole point of trading cards, is the word trading. Secondly, if you knew anything about the culture when it comes to trading cards or games, the whole thrill of it is opening a pack and then finding you've got a shiny, not being able to just buy the shiny. It defeats the object. So it just shows basicness, and then you can see it's leaving bad tastes in people's mouths. So yeah, that's Square Enix's attempt. Now, the only way they might be able to get around this is if they start airdropping stuff to the holders of these NFTs that is transferable, that they can sell. That's a different ball game. Square Enix, thank me for that idea when you want. Yeah, if you want a real consultancy and you see this, drop me a message. So yep, EV Online are being funded by A16Z in a £40 million project. If this project doesn't bang in 2024, wow, 40 mil. Give me 40 mil to make a game, and I will definitely impress you, A16Z. You know, don't even give me 40 mil. Give me 10 mil, a quarter of that, and I will make you back 100 mil. I can say that. I know exactly how and what they should be doing. And I know exactly the get, like, if you can get the IP for EV Online or work with the studio that's behind that and you flop it, that's crazy. Anyway, Bandai Namco, they made a game, a virtual pet game on the Oasis network. Didn't really hear much about that. Then there's Come To Us, which is a South Korean gaming company. Sega, they've been doing some stuff as well. Konami. Now, this is probably one of the only successful ones. And it's quite interesting because it's one of the only successful ones, and I never heard about it. Dom is a massive Castlevania fan. So
No, I'm not.
yes, you
No,
don't lie.
I'm not.
Don't lie. Have you watched every episode of the anime series?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So the Castlevania NFTs have sold for over 162,000.
Nuts.
So I think that is safe to say that they kind of did well with that one. Yeah.
Is that one of the most successful, like, brand-based projects?
Gaming brand-based projects, I'd say, yeah. So there was a 3-minute video NFT containing moments of Castlevania gameplay that went for 17K. So yeah, this they got right. This is clearly done right. It might have been wash traded, it might have been Wales buying it that worked for the company, but I think just because they played the game the way that the game is being played in the NFT space, yeah, they're kind of going to do well there. I think this is going to be a collectible that's going to always hold value and go up in value now, just because of the initial price that it got to. Secondly, that it's Castlevania. Yeah, it's very unlikely that it won't carry on doing well. Where is? Because to be fair, if I could get this and give it to Dom as a present, she'd be very happy. Would you be very happy with the Castlevania NFT?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
There you go. Castlevania Open Sea. There we go. So let's go to the actual website first. This is showing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where it was. This is what they look like. Just like little pixel clips of the original Castlevania. Yeah. There you go. You can see it a little bit in the background. Cool. Uh-oh. Battery's down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you. So I do believe that there's going to be others in this collection. I don't think this will be the first. So that people minted them, but it doesn't say how much they minted them for. I think there might have even been free mints, which is crazy. But you can see these are going for like 2 ETH now. So yeah, and it includes unlockable content, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's go back to the report. Then Atari, we already know they've been doing some stuff in Sandbox, driving the industry forward. Adoption by traditional studios will help. Game improvements like gameplay and graphics might help. Yep, I agree with that. And adoption by major gaming franchises. Yeah, couldn't agree more with all of that. Biggest positive impact in 2023. Traditional game studios launching NFT games. Web 2, traditional gaming transitioning into Web 3, NFT adoption by mainstream celebrities and brands, VC funding, and regulatory developments. So, yeah. This is a very interesting bit, that play-to-earn mechanics have lost its significance as an industry driver, falling to 8th place in 2023 when it was first ranked first in 2021 and 5th in 2022. So anyone using that play-to-earn word, we can now see that it doesn't respond well. People just don't like that word. So yeah, very interesting. And then obviously the token volatility
I think that's
causes a
like
big problem.
going back to that point of people in the industry not liking people coming in with the slogan, you play to earn.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They really don't like it.
No. Games live and die by two metrics: user acquisition and retention. For decades, Web2 games have relied on centralized models for collection of personal data, such as age, gender, and geographics. User tried and tested tools such as ads on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, as well as in-app recommendations and email promotions. Web2 games have followed a trusted playbook to launch and scale their products and attract new players. Web3 approaches are a little bit different. So one of the things that they've mentioned is that Steam, the largest video game distributing platform for PC, banned any form of cryptocurrency or NFT trading. So that made things a little bit difficult. As we know, Apple added a 30% commission on all transactions involving NFTs on their marketplace, and Google Play and Epic Games are the only ones that edited what they were doing and made them free and made it a little bit easier. Very interesting is Amazon Prime partnered with Wax's gaming studio and the Game Brawlers, offering exclusive game items and physical prizes in the game Mojo Melee. So I did try and load this up on my phone, but I'm going to try and load it up again now. Mojo Melee. Because apparently you get free NFTs for this. So, you know what I'm like. If they're free and they're early doors, I'm going to go for them. It seems like it's a turn-based brawler. It seems okay. Could be better, but seems okay. Seems like a decent effort. Not the greatest effort, but a decent one. So I'm gonna play that later. So new approach to user acquisition using blockchain technology. So now what's happening is people are pivoting slightly to just giving people airdrops for the sake of giving people airdrops. So you connect your wallet, you don't necessarily get the airdrops for what you've done in the game, you just get them. and then that attracts people to the game because they're just getting airdrop things that are increasing in value or money or NFTs. So yeah, so on-chain targeting, so basically targeting through wallet behavior, on-chain reputation, and Web3 launches. So this is something that I said would happen, that basically cookies have disappeared, but wallets are now here, and wallets will eventually provide more information than cookies ever could. And then in terms of careers, in 2023, 7,000 jobs were cut in gaming. So that's a lot of game developers
7,000 jobs.
Yeah. Laid off from CD Projekt Red, EA, Embracer Group, Telltale Games, and Bungie. Microsoft laid off 10,000 people, affecting Starfield developer Bethesda Game Studios and the studio behind Halo 343 Industries.
Is that because of AI?
Might be AI.
Obviously not all.
Yeah.
Because of AI, but wonder if that's like playing a big part.
Yeah, but even in this crypto space, the same thing happened. Over 2,000 jobs were cut. Coinbase reduced its workforce by 20%. Polygon and Dapper Labs laid off 20%. Masara and Immutable laid off 15%. Consensus, Yuga Labs, Ledger, Wobi, Global, Crypto.com, and Robinhood.
Say in crypto space, because obviously there was a big drop in prices of a lot of crypto projects.
Yeah, true.
so they didn't have as much liquid capital. But gaming, there's not really been a drop in gaming.
Yeah.
So why is there a drop of the companies having to
It's
reduce staff costs?
definitely. What's interesting here is the salaries. So majority of founders, 50% of founders have no salary and that are male. And 5% of female founders. But what's interesting is the over 10,000 mark is almost double in male in comparison to female. And then in terms of the 5K to 10K a month bracket, females are double male, which I find interesting. And then in the under 5,000 bracket, females are almost triple, almost quadruple males. So women are getting paid more there's more women getting paid more in gaming, but they're not getting the big paychecks. So it's quite interesting.
Unfortunately, that happens a lot in other industries.
The women get paid more than men.
No, that like in the women get paid more than men in the operational and managerial positions, but as soon as it gets to like high positions, there's just like a glass ceiling.
Yeah. So we've already discussed the shift to Web3 adoption by Web2 studios. And then AI has dominated the conversation in many industries this year, including blockchain gaming, with the popularity of generative AI and large language models like ChatGPT. Some respondents believe that blockchain games are already testing AI for Web3 games. Behavioral AI, for example, allow NPCs to have more varied dialogue, more engaging interactions, and also improve their decision making. Some, however, fear that the ability to create games using AI could lead to a supply shock of low-quality assets and collectibles. On the other hand, AI could unlock creative production unlike anything that was previously possible. Go and check out a game called Parallel. A lot of that game has been created with AI. A lot of that game is based on AI. I've got my NFTs. I'm already locked and loaded on Parallel. And then the development and launch of the major Web3 gaming hit. I do think this is going to happen next year. I'm hoping it'll be Star Atlas because Star Atlas looks beautiful. Yeah, so that is the end of that episode. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry we were late. And say, Jerome, do you have any questions or anything you want to mention before we wrap up?
All I'm gonna say is you're probably top 5, maybe top 3 right now in terms of blockchain gaming in the UK because of Game Ball Rally, what you've been exposed to over the last few months and your previous knowledge anyway. Like right now in the UK, you're definitely one of the top people that knows what's going on in terms of blockchain gaming. That's way to say that because just through the Game Ball Rally, man, and what's been popping off with that, it's taken off massively. So you must have you have a different insight into behind the scenes and trends.
Yeah, I do. I don't know yes, I appreciate you recognizing it. I don't think the industry has recognized it, either the Web2 traditional gamers or the blockchain gamers. However, it is starting to get recognized as you see, I got selected to be a judge at the Game Changer Award. So it's starting to get my recognition as the guy that actually knows what the hell he's talking about when it comes to this gaming stuff. It helps when you, like you said, when you're doing events with the franchise director of Activision Blizzard, NFT UK, Flight Free, YGG Ventures, which is the biggest gaming guild in Web3, Solana, FOMO Magazine, Blockchain Gaming Alliance, Animoca Brands, Metaseed,
it's
University
nuts.
It does kind of help to maybe slightly know what I'm talking about, and to have worked for Nintendo for several years and for Samsung doing product demonstration across the United Kingdom. Yeah, maybe I might actually slightly know what the hell I'm talking about. But hey,
yes, forget that. Not top 3, top 1, man. Top 1 now. After that, yeah.
I would like to think I'm top 1 because I'm actually going around the UK and actually seeing people's in-person reactions to these games.
Yeah.
A lot of people might be experts on their Discords and on their Telegrams, but I don't know anybody that's been to Glasgow, Manchester, Nottingham, York,
Mm.
London, Birmingham to actually see what the actual understanding of these technologies and these games is.
Yeah.
But you know, there might be someone that's doing it all online that knows more than me about what's happening in real life.
Mm.
You being salty. You got to do it for the bands and the entertainment. You got to do it.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, tomorrow on the NFT side, very, very interesting thing that's happening. All I'm gonna say is okay, Bears, Zara, and watch what happens tomorrow. Say no more. You will see that on social media tomorrow. Thank you very much, everybody.